All right. While you guys were putting up your candies and counting them, I put mine back in the box and I counted by twos, just because it's easier to pick them up by twos and put them in there. I counted I counted 85 total, and then I went and I added them up on a calculator to double check my answer, and I got 85 again. So I was 10 off in the opposite, in the good way, like in the positive way, if candy is a good thing. So now, this is very simple because we've done this so many times. So you take the flavor and put it over the total. So we are going to do 6 out of 85. So there are very few of those ones. 9 out of 85. 8 out of 85. 8 out of 85. And I'm just going to put nothing there because it's 0 out of 85. I could also write that if I wanted to, but I do not need to include that in my pie chart. That would mess up my data. So mango is 11 out of 85. And I just keep writing the fraction. Now, this does something simple for me. It means when I go to do my flavors, and I've already got my colors picked out, but when I go to do my fractions, I really don't have that many fractions or math problems to do. So when I enter my problem, again, your numerator should be 6 divided by 85. So when I enter it into a calculator, 6 divided by 85 would be, and it shows you down here, 0.07. So 0.07 are 700ths. So I'm going to write just the first two decimals, and I'm not rounding this time, so 0.700. 9 divided by 85, 10 hundredths, or 1/10. Paradise Punch, 8 divided by 85, 9 hundredths. So this one, I can just go here, it's the same, 9 hundredths, it's not going to change. I can also skip down to here where my other 8 is at and write my 900. And I'm going to put 0 there. I have nothing. Sometimes I remind you, I put a 0 with a line through it so people don't think it's an O, but that's a number thing. 11 divided by 85, and that would get me, oh, so this one's 12 hundredths, so close to 13 hundredths. So because I have 3 of these, I am going to round this up to 13 hundredths. Because I actually think that would be enough to mess with my pie chart. And I have one last one, which was my most, which would be my blue raspberry is 13 divided by 85 is 15. Okay, now percentage, we're just going to take this number and multiply the decimal, by 100%, so we can get our percentage of how much of each of these we had. I'm just going to go through here, sometimes setting ourselves up, especially, I know some kids are like, well, just write it, I know exactly what it is. Well, when you're showing your work and trying to explain this to somebody why you have this percentage, it really doesn't take much time. You're just multiplying that number by 100, and you're moving the decimal over twice. So in this case too, I was reminding kids last time, don't forget, you do need to, your number will look like that's 7%. Move it over twice, 10%. Move it over twice, 9%, 9%, 6%, 13%, 13%, and 15%. I'm moving that over twice. All right. Now with your colors, you're going to go ahead and take your colors. And I wanted to remind you, I did do something different on this one. If you look at your bar graph, I did put a 0 here. So I did this because I actually wondered if there was going to be people who did get nothing. So I do want you to pay attention to that and go ahead and fill that part in. Just so I'm going to take my color that I picked for the kiwi, and I'm going to fill in that I have 0 kiwi. So somebody doesn't think I just forgot. Okay. So that just means when you're doing your colors, pay attention to your colors. Think I'm missing a pencil. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nope, there it is. Is have 6, so I'm going to follow the bottom. And then this is a horizontal, so like the horizon, the sun comes up over the horizon. This is a horizontal one. The other bar graph that we did was vertical. So it's just a little different. Trying to get you guys to see that there's lots of different ways to see information. And that way it will allow you to see things differently and know how they are all used. So this part, sorry, it's fairly easy. Make sure you check where your 9's at, follow it up, and then I'm putting an X in the box, and then I'm coloring over to that. Today is a rainy day, so it is a good day to do your work that you get in your packet, which is why I wanted to get your videos started. And then also would like to remind you to maybe at some point put a thank you note. Grape soda is 8. It's the same. No, grape soda is 8, so I gotta make sure. You put a thank you note or write something to the bus drivers and the people who are delivering the food and doing all of that stuff for you, because that's a lot of work. And even though that, yes, some people might think, well, they're getting paid to do it. They are getting paid to do it, and they're most importantly just 8 again here. They want to make sure that you guys have what you need, which I think is a kind thing to do. You know, a lot of these people who are taking care of other people. So I have some thank you projects I'm working on, and I already did the kiwi, so I can skip down to the mango delight, which was 11. Anyway, so keep that in mind. Again, see how your sorry, your bars are running horizontally. It just looks different. It's a nice way to see something. Kind of glad I didn't have a lot of the kiwi banana, because in all honesty I did not think I was going to be eating them, which is fine. I don't have to eat any of it. Like I said, I could give it away, I could put it in there. But remember, if you're going to give it to somebody, do remember to say, I did have to touch that for math. You know, maybe you should just throw it away if you're not going to eat it. On second thought. And I want everybody to get sick. 8 pineapple. And 2 more colors, peach berry, which is 11. Which really would be 12 boxes, so because remember I did put a 0 up there so we could keep track if there was any instead of just thinking that they were omitted. And blue raspberry was 13. Alright, so that takes care of today's math. So I counted my candies and that's what I had. And if you didn't want to watch the other video of me sorting them and talking about what we were doing, you are more than welcome to skip to this video and hit pause and record down these if you accidentally consumed your candies prior to actually doing the math. Alright, take it easy, have a good day.